Well, Merry Christmas Eve to everybody. Hoping to put up a couple of videos today. I know it's been a while since I've done them, but gonna try to do a payoff pitch game here this morning in my 1981 tournament. San Diego versus Chicago Cubs, and then also I'm hoping to do a 49 quick decks reveal box opening, authentic, as Kurt would say. Okay, so let's just jump right in, man. It's been an interesting tournament. A few upsets here and there here with this 1981 payoff pitch tournament. This one is the Padres going to Chicago. So, all right, let's kick it off. Hopefully everybody can see everything. And going to lead off here with Gene Richards for San Diego. And Richards gets a patient. Randy Martz, by the way, is the starting pitcher for Chicago. Steve Murrah for San Diego. Let's go quickly through the lineup. For the Padres, it's Gene Richards, Rupert Jones, Terry Kennedy, Luis Salazar, Joe Lefebvre. I can never say his name right. Broderick Perkins, Randy Bass, and Juan Bonilla. Basically, I've let the AI that comes with Digital Diamond set the lineups with a few tweaks because sometimes it wants to put like the leadoff batter as an old catcher like Carlton Fisk or something. So I'll make some switches there. But for my tournament, have basically let AI do the lineups, and the starting pitchers have just been based on games started. And so you got to remember when you look at these starts for each of these teams. It's not a lot because it's 1981, and they just didn't have a lot of starting pitching. A lot of games that they pitched or bat. They were getting 300 at bats, so not 500 or even 600 you'd normally see. So anyway, let's move on. We got the 8 from Richards, which was patient off a Randy Martz card. In 87, we got a base hit to start the game, and I'm also keeping score over here on Digital Diamond. So we got a single for Richards. He's on. He's a C steal with a 20 steals that year, which again is pretty big for a half a year. The catcher for the Cubs is Jody Davis with a arm of a 2, which is good, knocking him down to basically a D, so he's not going anywhere. Here's Rupert Jones. Gets a defensive call here. Range by the shortstop. And we're looking for here. So shortstop out there is Ivan DeJesus. Bat meet the DeJesus's range is a D. Good. So 1-62 is a hit. It's a 74, so he's out. Let's see what the out is. It's a ground ball double play if he's an A, and I don't think he is. No, he's a D. Boy, DeJesus was good in his years, not that one. So we've got a fielder's choice there for the first out of the inning. And Jones again is a D. He's not going anywhere. So Terry Kennedy is the batter. Bring this down here, sorry. So Kennedy gets a 4, tough, and a 10. That's a strikeout. Down goes Kennedy. 2 away here in the first. Salazar to the plate. And he gets a patient. Oh, we're going to the boards. A 13. Let me grab them here from the side. Man on, patient. 13. We've got a catcher with an A range is going to block it in the dirt. And Jody is a C, so he's not blocking it. Catcher, so he didn't block it. So he misses the pitch and the runners advance. So we got a pass ball on Jody Davis. So the Cubs defense is failing them a little bit here early. Jones moves over to second. Salazar still at the plate. He gets an in play and a 95. That's going to be a fly out the left field in the inning. So down go the Padres in the first. Steve Henderson will now bat against Steve Murrah for for each of these teams, and this is the second round. So these are the second pitchers in the rotation for each of these teams. Just thought I'd mention that for some reason. Anyway, so let's go with Steve Henderson here at the plate. And Henderson gets a 7, which is an in play, 53. And that's going to be a grounder to first. 1 away. And here's Jody Davis. In play, 97. That's going to be a fly to left. Play. Buckner gets a tough and a 20. Ooh, Buckner's not striking out. He's hitting a single. Billy B is on with a single. He's not going anywhere despite being a C. He only had 5, but he is going to fly to right. So that ends the Cubs first. We got no score here in through this game. It goes down to the losers bracket because this is a winners bracket game. Both these teams pulled upsets in the first round, I believe. So Big Joey is up now. He gets a 4. Tough, 53. He is going to fly out the left. And Perkins to the plate with 1 down here in the second. Tough on a 94. That is a fly to right. And Randy Bass, left-hander, gets a ballpark, 37. It's in his wheelhouse. 1 to 37. No. 91. Flies deep to right field. And they go 1, 2, 3 here in the second. Still no score. Each team has 1 hit. Here's Hector. Keep these on here best I can. Cruz a 5, which is patient, and an 89. Grounds to short. 1 away. Jerry Morales, a ballpark. Ooh, but he doesn't hit him unless he get a 0-0. A 53 misses his single. He lines out the short. 2 away here in the second for Ken Reitz. Gets a patient in a 78, and he's going to fly to center. So neither team getting anything really rolling here. Padres had a little bit in the first. So a patient off of Mart's card here for Juan Bonilla, and he's going to walk. So Bonilla is on. And he's got an F steal. Wow, surprising. Here's Ozzie Smith, who got traded over to San Diego in the Templeton deal, swapped shortstops. A tough for, sorry, got traded. Anyway, we got a 10 tough. 70, and it's a grounder to second. Oops. Here. Possible double play. He is an 8. It's a 7. Yep, double play. There we go. So we got a 6-4-3 double play. All right, there's Richards to the plate. He is 1 for 1, singled back in the first inning. In play, 35. We're popping to third. So down go the Padres again. Bottom of the third here in Chicago, no score. De Jesus gets a ballpark. 92, no. 45 on his in play. He is lining to short. 1 away for Steve Dillard. And Dillard a 5. Patient. 14. He's got to walk. So on is Dillard. That'll bring up Henderson. And Henderson so far 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up. Here, not me. Here it comes. I think it's just this interaction with Digital Diamond. It's a memory hog. It Hopefully, you're not seeing all the blinking I'm seeing on the screen, but Digital Diamond is a massive memory hog. All right, so up is Jody Davis. I got 2 down here with Dillard on first. In play, 79. That's going to end the inning. A fly to center. Cooper Jones to the plate as we enter the 4th inning here of a scoreless game. Both teams have 1 hit. Tough on March, 83. Gets him. Grounds to second. 1 away. Here's Terry Kennedy. Kennedy's 0 for left. 2 away. It'll bring up Salazar. The patient at 28. There's the second hit of the game for the Padres. Oh, tough. Say short. No runs on 1 hit for the Padres, and this game continues to be a scoreless affair. Durham in play, 35. No, he is going to pop up to third base. So that'll bring up Hector Cruz. Cruz has got the only hit for the Cubs today. He gets a tough off of Murrah's card. 76, and he'll have his second hit of the game. So outside of Hector Cruz, nobody's really hitting for the Cubs. Morales with an in play and a 68. We got a grounder to second. We got a double play. We do. G4 6-3 there. And again, nothing for these teams as we head to the 5th. Both teams, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. Potential error on the second baseman, 94. It's not going to be an error, so yeah. At the second, and 1 away for Rando. Just make it in for a single. Squeaks it in. Bass with base hit. Here's me with a patient and a 10. That's a walk. So Randy finds him in the first trouble of the game. Finds himself in first trouble. So we got 2 on, no, and 1 out. Sorry. And Ozzie Smith to the plate to really utilize it, but it 12, he will get a single out of it. And let's see where the runners advance on the single. It's a single. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong area. The sharp liner to center field. Runners advance. And it's now 1-0 Padres. Here's Gene Richards to the plate. Richards is 2 for 6 in the tournament thus far. And here's Rupert Jones. Tough. 76. He's going to get out of this inning, allowing just 1 run here. There's a fly to second. Ends the inning. But the Padres get that run across thanks to 0-0 Padres. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Can Steve Murrah keep this up? Murrah was 5-14 that year with a 4.28. So expectations aren't real high, but he's doing his job here so far. Sorry, Morales is at the plate. Morales with a patient at a 20, and that's a walk for Morales, and that's exactly how you can blow the lead with a leadoff walk. Here comes Ken Reitz, up in a 41, but he comes back and strikes out Reitz. 1 away for De Jesus. Oh, just barely. But he got it. But he can't really utilize it for a home run. 75. He is going to fly to center. That is 2 away here for Steve Dillard. Patient. 89. He's going to get out of the inning and grounder to short. The Cubs came on Murrah. Starting to go to the 6th with the Padres leading 1-0. Here's Terry Kennedy. He gets a tough and an 80, and that's a fly out to center. 1 away for Luis Salazar. Patient in the 99. Sorry. Again, this digital diamond is so slow. All right. Lefebvre gets a in play and a 42, and he is going to ground to first to end the inning. So a good comeback inning there for Randy Martz. Might be his last as he's hit 80-plus pitches, but we'll see. And for Cubs, they need to start generating some offense here against Steve Murrah. He's 72 pitches in, but Digital Diamond's saying he can go about 123 that year, so he's got plenty in the tank. Here, gets a tough here on Henderson in a 96. Gets a fly out the left. Jody Davis to the plate. He gets a patient in a 67. There's the single. Jody Davis is on with a base hit. So Davis's first hit of the game, he had flown out the left and center prior to that. Here comes Leon Durham. So we got 1 out and 1 on. Ballpark. And it is. Oh, he's up 47. Can Durham make the Cub crowd go crazy? No. Oh, and he just missed a base hit. He flies to right. 2 down for Hector Cruz. Cruz gets a tough and a 72. There's a base hit for Cruz. And Davis will stop at second. Second hit for Cruz on the day. And here comes Jerry Morales. Morales hitting the winning run in the Cubs' first game in this tournament. Let's see what he does here against Murrah. Padres are going to stick with him here in the 6th. He gets an in play. And 11, that's going to be a base hit by Morales. Is it going to score Davis? Yes. Davis scores from second. So the Cubs finally strike back and tie this game at 1. Here comes Ken Reitz. Bullpen now in San Diego. Up. Patient on Reitz, a 55. He hit him. Oh, that will load the bases. Tough call here. Do I pitch that to Jesus with Murrah? He's gone this far and done well. I'm going to give him a shot to get DeJesus out. And in play. He does not. There's a single by DeJesus. And the runner on first advances. Will the runner on second score? Oh, 43. Here comes the throw. And he got a little chart that I use. Finding it, got it. He's out at the plate. Oh, thrown out by Rupert Jones. So they do get 1 run. The runner on third scores. The runner on second is out. Hector Cruz gets thrown out at the plate. But the Cubs take a 2-1 lead here at Wrigley as we head to the 7th. That'll be all for Randy Martz. I think they says he'd go 123 pitches. But he's had a little tough couple innings. We're going to give him a shot here. Well, let's see. We got Perkins a lefty. Bass a lefty. Now, Martz is going to end his day. Chicago. So coming in, we head to the pen. Couple of potential left-handers here I'm looking at. Right for Digital Diamond. Okay, let's see. Out of the bullpen. I think we're going to go Doug Capilla. He's going to come in. Capilla that season was 1-0 with a 3.18 51 innings pitched. It's pretty good. Pretty damn good. Bullpen guy. Not great, but good. So Capilla's in to face at least Bass and Perkins. And here comes Perkins, who's 0 for 2 today. All right, so we get a tough against the lefty. 73, flies to center. 1 down for Randy Bass. Gets a 4, which is tough. 52, and bringing the lefty in, work to get those 2. Does he stay in to face Juan Bonilla? Gonna leave him in. Pia gets a tough and a 3, strikes out Bonilla. So Doug comes in and does his job here in the 7th. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. It's 2-1 Chicago. Steve Murrah's day is done. Kind of tired out there in the 7th, giving up those 2 runs. So let's head to the bullpen for San Diego. Yes, we got right-hander Dillard, right-hander Henderson, and right-hander Davis coming up. So probably not going to use the left-handed arms, which they have a ton in the San Diego bullpen. We are going to probably go back here to John Littlefield, who's been pitching really well for them. Pitched the last game. Now let's go with John Uria. Find him. Yep, John Uria. 2-2, really good reliever. 2-2. Ended up going to the Cardinals as well, but 2-2 with a 2.39 is the 26-year-old. He will come in and pitch. And lead it off with Steve Dillard. And Dillard gets an in play and a 15, and that's going to be a base hit for Dillard. So Dillard leads this one off with a single, and here's Steve Henderson. He gets a patient and a 60. Wow, a triple for Henderson. So Uria gets tagged as he comes in the game, giving up a 3rd run of the game for the Cubs. Dillard. Oh, I'm sorry. It was Dillard who was up. Oh, I screwed up. Back up. So it was patient and a 60. Man, where did I screw up at here? I definitely screwed up. Patient and 60 to Dillard. So we got to take that triple off the table. Patient and 60 is a fly out the right. This thing is so slow. It's screwing me up. Let's undo the last play and fly out the right. Come on. Now Henderson's up. Eesh. 7 is patient again, and a 52. That's a single for Henderson. And DeJesus will advance to second. So we got 2 on here. Uria is not pitching well here early. Tough. 47. That's another single. Jody gets the runners advance, 2 bases. So base hit by Davis. And Uria getting tagged here. Now 3-1 Cubs. And here comes the lefty Bunkner. So that'll be the day for John Uria. Go to the pen here and grab one of those lefties for San Diego. As I wait again for digital diamond. Okay, Tim Lawler to the plate. All right, not to the plate. Tim Lawler to the mound. All right. Lawler is going to pitch to Bill Bunkner and Leon Durham, the 2 lefties coming up. We got 1 down, runners on first and third. Davis on first, Henderson on third. Does he get a ballpark in a 34? Uh-oh, Buckner. And against the lefty, he can swing it. He gets it out of here. Bill Buckner with a home run greets Tim Lawler and probably puts this game away with a 3-run shot. 6-1 now. And that'll bring up Durham as 2 for 3 today. He gets an in play in a 70. He will ground to third for the second out of the inning. The Wrigley faithful are going crazy. We got another ballpark here for Cruz. And that one is gone. Hector Cruz launches one. And Tim Lawler getting spanked here. That's the 5th run here in the 7th. It's 7-1 Chicago. Jerry Morales with a tough and a 31. He will strike out. No, wait a minute. 31, sorry. That is a base hit off the lefty. Oh, man. Oh, this is a winner's bracket game, so I don't want to kill San Diego's bullpen for their next game. So Timmy's going to have to take a little bit of a one on the head here. Patient in 93. And that will be a fly to left to finally end this 5-run 7th for the Cubs. They now have 7 runs on 12 hits, no errors. The Cubs 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors. I'm sorry, San Diego has the 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. The Cubs have 7-12-0, of course. All right, 7-1. Ozzie Smith to the plate. Doug Capilla still in the game, the left-hander. He'll go ahead and, because we got some lefties coming up here in Jones and Richards, so he'll stand. Ozzie gets a ballpark again. Can't do a whole lot with it except, he misses the single, so he's going to pop up to third. 1 away for Gene Richards. Patient in 9. That's going to be a walk to Richards. So slow is this game. All right. Rupert Jones to the plate. Jones with an in play. 32. He's going to pop up to third. That's the 2nd out of the inning. Richards still on first. Here's Terry Kennedy. Gets a patient in a 22. That's going to be a double for Kennedy off the wall, but the runner will hold. Richards will hold it third. There's no reason to get him thrown out at home in a 7-1 game. It's 2-1. And here comes Salazar. Capilla is going to try and get one more batter out here. Tough. And a 52, and he does. He strikes out Salazar. Good comeback for Capilla. We will head to the bottom of the 8th now with the score 7-1 Cubs. Ivan DeJesus at the plate. Tim Lawler's going to stand. Got a tough and an 18. He strikes out DeJesus. 1 away for Steve Dillard. Dillard at a ballpark. And a 60. He's a right-hander. Nope, it'll be in play. It's the lefty. It's still a base hit for Dillard. His first hit of the game. 13th hit of the game for the Cubbies. And here's Steve Henderson. Defense. Ranged by the second baseman, Juan Bonilla. The card's going to be a 61. Second baseman Bonilla is a C. And it's an out. Anyway, let's see if it's a double play or not. So the out, if he's an A and he was a C. So that is a G46 fielder's choice. 2 away to the plate, Jody Davis. Jody gets a tough and a 56. Just misses a single, but he will ground it to third. Good play by Salazar. And that will end the inning. We'll go to the 9th here in Chicago in this winner's bracket game. It's 7-1 Cubs. All right, so Cubbies are going to replace Mr. Capilla. Did his job for 2 innings, 1 walk, going hit, and a couple of Ks. And I thought for sure Lee Smith was their closer. See if I can get these stats on there. And he only had 1 save that year in 40 appearances. So he was their setup guy, their closer that year, oddly enough. was Dick Tidrow. So here comes Dick into the game. We had 9 saves that year. Again, have to take into account it wasn't a full season, so low numbers. Taking me a little bit to get used to that. But Dick's into the game. Not a closer situation, but Capilla was tired, and the Cubs want to close this out and move into the next round of the winners bracket, which is a surprise because they're 24th in the tournament or something. They're a very high-ranked team, or low-ranked team, in the tournament seeded team. So, all right. Anyway, we'll look at some pinch hitters this inning, but we have 3 lefties coming up, so we'll probably stick with these guys and see what happens. 0 for 3 today for Joe, and he gets an in play 63, and he's gonna be 0 for 4 as he grounds out to short. And here's Broderick Perkins. Perkins gets a tough and a 70, and he is going to ground to short. That is 2 away, and it's Randy Bass, last chance here for the Padres. A tough and a 21. He goes down on strikes, and the Cubbies win. The final here in Chicago for this winner's bracket 1981 tournament are the Chicago Cubbies. The Cubbies win. So they'll move on in this tournament. Oop, accidentally undid the last play. Meant to save. That was a strikeout. So let's get back to that. Anyway, so Cubs win here 7-1. Hoping to do a lot more videos of this tournament. And like I said, I've got an unboxing video I'm hoping to do today. Hope everyone has a Merry Christmas. I know a lot of people have family in. I do as well. But find time in the morning sometimes to get some things done. All righty. Hope everyone has a great day.